Hello everyone. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Today I am going to, first of all, I am Mary. You have reached Spirit Knows Tarot. Thank you guys so much for being here. Today I want to look at the month of May and what's in store for the collective. See if we can tap into that energy and if we can find out what's going to be happening for the month of May. Now I'm going to lay out a row for each week of May. I will be clarifying. I will be using the Essential Tarot deck for those who are interested. And on top of that, we will have the Oracle deck, the Oracle 7 Energies I will be using. And I will be clarifying with the deck Curious Creatures. Okay, so those are the 3 decks that I will be using. All right, thank you so much, guys, for being here. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you are new. I really appreciate it. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is lay out the 4 Oracle cards. And then I will lay out the 4 weeks underneath. All right, Spirit, what is it that you can tell us about May? What is it that we need to know about the month of May for the collective? What is coming for the collective in the month of May? Okay. First card up, we have the Uncharted Seas. Next card, Spirit of Gratitude. The next card up, we have Smoke and Mirrors. And for week 4, we have Opening to Discovery. Wow. Okay, so now I will lay out each week using the Essential Tarot deck, and then we will go from there. All right. I'm going to lay out 3 cards, guys, for each week. All right, let's get started. For week 1, May week 1, we have the 2 of Swords. Of course, that's all about choices, decision making, being at a crossroads, that kind of thing. High Priestess. We have the Moon. And we have the Page of Cups. Okay, I said 3. Looks like I ended up with 4, so maybe Spirit wants us to do 4. So let's look at 4 for each week. Oh, we're getting a lot of cards flying out here. Week 2, Spirit of Gratitude. Okay, we have 4 cards here. We have the Page of Swords, the Wheel of Page of Swords here. We have the Wheel of Fortune. We have the Queen of Pentacles. And the 4 of Wands. Okay, let's move on to week 3. Okay, week 3, Spirit. What is it that you would like us to know about? Week 3. Okay, there's too many cards I've turned over there. Week 3. We have Temperance. We have the Eight of Swords. King of Wands. And last we have the Four of Cups. Okay. Okay, and we're now on to week 4. May 22, week 4. Reading for the collective. Reading for the collective spirit. What is it that you want us to know? Okay, too many cards again. Okay. We have Judgment. We have Queen of Cups. We have Seven of Swords. I'm sorry, that's a seven. Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands there. And the Sun. Wow, nice card for week 4. The bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Swords. Very intelligent woman who knows how to take care of business. Okay, so let's move on to the first week and see what we need to clarify here. So this first week we have the uncharted sea. And what does this remind you of? This reminds us of things that are happening overseas. That's what it reminds me of. And we all know what that's about. So we know that those uncharted seas, there's still things that's going to be happening. There's things that we don't know about, of course. I'm looking at underneath the boat in the waters, and we see some dark things going on there. But let me just read to see what that is telling us out of the Oracle of Energies book here. That is number 46. And number 46. It's the key concepts are stepping into the unknown without a map, moving beyond your comfort zone, choosing to do things differently, choosing to do things differently, trusting in the ebb and flow of life, being in the dark, and letting curiosity lead the faith that all will be well. Okay. Okay, so the first card we have up here, like I said, it's the Two of Swords. And this is about decision making. This is about being at a crossroads. We have the High Priestess. There's things that we don't know about. She's very wise, but there are some things that's being kept in the dark from us. So this week, and here we have again the moon. The moon is showing up here. Again, we're talking about things that are hidden, or things that we won't know about in that first week. But then we have the Page of Cups that's coming up here. And the Page of Cups, it's about new emotional beginnings, maybe new friendship. I think that maybe there may be some kind of news about an offer, maybe about what's going on overseas. Maybe someone will decide to put out an offer of some sort for that first week. Let's see. Yeah, so it's all, I see in that first week what's coming up is a lot of things that may come out that's been hidden in the dark that we didn't know about. So that's what I'm getting from this first week. But I want to just, I want to clarify, because it's like we're at a crossroads, and being at that crossroads is telling me that there are some decisions that have to be made. But even when we look at that Two of Swords in a normal deck, we're talking about things that are, people are blinded to, that they're not really paying attention to. So that could be what's happening here in that first week. But I am thinking that we are, in that first week, we're going to be getting more information about what's happening overseas. And when we say overseas, we know the war with Ukraine and Russia. So there's been some things that have been kept in the dark that we may see come forth. Okay, so let me clarify. I want to clarify that Two of Swords. Spirit, tell me more. Give me more information on that Two of Swords. What is that telling us there? Two of Swords. And we have the Morning, which is, in this deck, is more about the Tower. It's like whatever, we have to make a decision, but there is going to be some kind of Tower moment that's going to come, that's going to help to bring that decision forth, because someone here is looking forward, but they are standing on the head of the other, and the other is treading water. So one of these, in this particular situation, if we're talking about the war in Ukraine, we're looking at someone being in more powerful, and someone being treading water as far as that goes. And we'll have to see what happens with that as far as that decision making. Then let's clarify that High Priestess there. High Priestess. First week. We're talking about the first week of May. Let's clarify the High Priestess. And we have the Four of Torches here. Four of Torches. And to me, that Four of Torches is actually the Four of Wands in a normal deck. But it's like someone has their eyes closed again. See, we're getting a lot of this still being in the dark, not knowing exactly what is going on, what is happening. So it's like someone is not really paying attention, listening, watching as closely as they should, because there's a lot of secrets that are going on, and someone is going to be caught off guard, it seems like. Now, I want to clarify the Moon. Let's see what Spirit wants us to know about the Moon going forward for week 1, the month of May, week 1. Spirit, clarify the Moon for us, please. Clarify the Moon for us, please. And we have the Lovers. Again, decisions. There may be some people, like a group of partnership or some type working together and working on these things that are trying to be trying to stay in the dark. So there is a partnership going on there. There is some kind of a relationship going on there between two people, and trying to keep things hidden. Okay, and now we have the Page of Cups. Page of Cups. Let's clarify that Page of Cups. Again, that Page of Cups is about new emotional beginnings, friendships. It's about news. There is some news coming. There is an offer coming with that Page of Cups. But it could be, whatever is happening, it's going to be a very emotional event. And I think that, well, let's clarify that Page of Cups. Okay, we have the Eight of Torches, which is the Eight of Wands in a normal deck. This is something that's happening. This is someone bringing forth some news really, really quickly, very quickly. So that first month, because this page is also about bringing messages, but this is information that's going to come about really quickly. There's going to be some communications of some sort. So I'm getting a feeling that we're going to find out some information that we didn't know about coming up for the month of the first week of May. So that is something that we can look forward to. There's been some things that have been kept in the dark, but we are going to learn something new, and it could be something something that we weren't expecting when it comes out. Okay, and we're going to find out that maybe some people are working together, maybe that we didn't expect to be working together in that first week of May. Now, the next card up we have for second week, we have the Oracle card, Spirit of Gratitude. Now, of course, we all want to keep up our gratitude at these times in our, as things are happening these days, because there are some very sad things happening, and of course there are good things happening too. So we have to stay in gratitude in order to keep our spirits up. Okay, and the key concepts here is for the Spirit of Gratitude is the prospering power of prayer. Communicate with the divine, expressing deep gratitude as you move toward the world, knowing that your prayers will be answered exactly as they are meant to be. So that is a great card coming up for that second week of May, because it looks like we're going to be in the dark about some things, and we may learn some things in that first week. So remember, guys, keep your prayers up. We need that these days. So even if a group of you, wherever two or more are gathered, there, we can make some things happen. So stay in that spirit of gratitude as the week goes on. And so what we have here, the Page of Swords shows up first. Now, this Page of Swords, of course, is about decisiveness. It's about, some unexpected news, which takes us back to that first week. So we're continuing on with that unexpected news. There could be some spies that are watching what's going on in that second week, in that first week of May. But for the second week, there could be some things coming up that we have to make decisions about, maybe even some travel, but could be, and we have to be open to this, some upsetting news that we're going to get in that second week. Now, we have the Wheel of Fortune here, which is a good thing. That Wheel of Fortune tells me that someone's fortune is going to be changing here. Now, with it being, we have to look at it in perspective as to what it is. This Wheel of Fortune is changing, whether this is a negative change or a positive change. And I'm looking at this kind of as a neutral thing, because we have that Page of Swords, which could bring some news that is not welcoming, something that is upsetting, that kind of thing. With that Wheel of Fortune being there, that's telling me that there could be something fated that's going to change something. It could be luck, or because of this Page of Swords here, I'm looking at it as it could be for negative also. But we will clarify that. Then we have the Queen of Swords showing up here. I'm sorry, the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles, and of course she's all about the money. She's watching the money, she's paying attention to the money, but she's also about, she's really focused. Pentacles it's about earth, and so she's really focused, and there's really there are plans being made. There are plans being made, and underneath that we have the Four of Wands, and I think that this is plans being made for a happy environment. And I do know that a lot of the people from the Ukraine are coming over to America. So this could be relating to that. They are going to come into a better environment. They're going to be welcomed into a happy environment. So there's a lot of planning going on around that. Now, if I look at that in that sense, we're talking about the fortune changing for these people. They're going to get more structure in their lives. There's going to be a plan to bring about a happy reunion with their families and that kind of thing. So let me do some clarifying on this. So let's clarify that Page of Swords. Page of Swords. Pages are about messages, but they can also be about the children, you know, and the children, of course, will be coming here also. So we should be in gratitude that we are able to help these people get back on their feet and that welcome them as they come. Okay, so the Page of Swords, we're getting the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles here. Now, the Ten of Pentacles, again, is about family. So I am seeing this as families coming back together. And, you know, it's all about also money. It's all about, you know, like when I say families, we're talking about the money, inherited resources such as money and that kind of thing. And it's like someone is laying here quietly waiting for the transactions to be made. So of course we know that there are transactions being made as far as that goes, as far as helping the people as they get here. You know, this is just is what Spirit is giving me as far as, you know, what is going on for the month of May. What are we focused on for the first 2 weeks, it seems. So now I want to clarify, find out some more information on that Wheel of Fortune. Of course, Wheel of Fortune can also be about fate. Okay, so we have the Five of Torches here, Five of Torches. Now, this is telling me that there's a lot of back and forth going on about how to handle some situation. You know, like I said before, that Wheel of Fortune, depending on how it's aspected, doesn't always have to be a good thing. And I can see that there's some back and forth going on about how this is going to play out as far as the fate of what's going to happen as these people come here. And I can see also, as you can see, these people, they are climbing. There's two people there, and it's like they're climbing a mountain and they're grabbing the torches as they go along. So it's like they need a hand up, a helping hand of some sort as they move along here. So that's clarifying that. I want to do one more though to clarify that, see what that outcome is, because we're talking about a little bit of chaos going on there, a little bit of chaos as we move through that Wheel of Fortune there. Well, there's judgment showing up. There's judgment, and what are we doing to help? I think that's it. I think that's it right there. There's judgment. We're being judged as far as how we are. What are we doing to help the people that are trying to get out of the war-torn country of Ukraine? Okay, so that's what we're looking at. As you can see, there is the angel there blowing the horn there, and there's the family, like they're moving forward. They're moving forward. So I think that is what we're looking for after the chaos that they have been through, and the help of relief that they are getting there. Okay, so let's look at the Queen of Pentacles here. Queen of Pentacles, of course, she's all about the money. She stays focused there. She stays focused on material things also, though, planning, finances, security, that kind of thing. So she is, but this particular queen looks like she's okay with how things are coming across, how things are going. Here she is again. She doesn't seem to be worried or upset about anything. She's just taking it easy. Has that pentacle there with her. So let's clarify that. So what we have here is the Three of Torches, which is the Three of Wands. Again, planning. There's a lot of planning going on here. Wands are all about action, that kind of thing. So she is, with that earth and that fire, there is planning going on about what to do next. Let's see what else we get here. We have the Six of Torches again, Six of Wands. She plans to win this This is why she is not so worried. She has a plan in mind, and she plans on coming out on top. Okay, and now we have the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands, again, it's about relationships. It's about structure. It's about boundaries and keeping things balanced, that kind of thing. So let's see. Let's clarify this Four of Wands for the second week of May. How are we entering that second week of May? And we have the Princess of Pentacles. Again, another earth sign here. And this is actually the Page of Pentacles. So there's going to be, you know, some beneficial change coming up. Small financial gain. So we're clarifying that Queen of Pentacles here, and she knows that things are going to work out because there is going to be celebration. There is going to be beneficial change, and with that Six of Torches coming up there, we know that things are going to. That Queen is going to keep things moving, so that she comes out on top. We also get this. I'm getting a little tongue-tied here. The Princess of Pentacles, clarifying this Four of Wands. And this is clarifying that happy reunion, happy family, happy structure, that kind of thing. And we are getting strength on top of that. So people are strong. The second week of May, we are going to see the U.S. supplying more help. There is going to be people watching to see how that works out, and these people that are being helped are going to become stronger. We're going to keep some families together and that kind of thing as they move on and come over to this land of America. Okay, so the next thing we have up for week 3, we're in week 3, we have Smoke and Mirrors. Okay, and I'm just going to take a drink here, guys. So we have Smoke and Mirrors. So what's going on with the Smoke and Mirrors? It comes to mind to me, of course, that there's things that are being said that are not really panning out in that third week. So let's see what it says about the Smoke and Mirrors here. Okay, seeing through the lens of past conditioning, the inability to recognize the truth of what is being offered, healing from misguided perceptions, moving beyond the illusion of separation, being accountable for the biases and the way you view the world. Now, it looks like we may be moving into a different theme here. First 2 weeks, we were kind of concentrating on what's happening overseas and how we can help ease the pain of, how we are helping to ease the pain of these people. Okay, so the first card we have is Temperance. Temperance. Now, as we talk about Smoke and Mirrors here, and we talk about moving beyond what's been said in the past and that kind of thing. There is some negotiations going on. There is some healing. There may be some healing going on. As you can see with this back and forth here that's going on, and that goes so well with the Smoke and Mirrors concept there. The Smoke and Mirrors, just to re-emphasize, it says seeing things through the lens of past conditioning, through the lens of past conditioning. So it's like people are ready to step out of that past conditioning that they've been in, and they're looking to be for healing from misguided perceptions. Healing from misguided perceptions and the illusions of separation that has been the world view in the past, the illusions of separations. I'm just gonna keep that here because I may have to refer back to that because that is a very important concept here. And here we have the Eight of Swords. Now it's like there's a heart that's being entrapped there. The swords all around it. It's like there's a snake that's binding it in a sense. So we're talking about how people intellectually are processing how they're feeling as far as being able to move around and to do what they need. How they're feeling about that intellectually at this specific time in our lives. So we have been pretty much tied down the last couple of years, haven't been able to move around as freely as we'd like because of, there's been division as far as the pandemic and that kind of thing goes, and one person perceived things happening one way as the other perceives it happening another way. But with this smoke and mirrors concept here, I'm wondering if more things are going to come to light concerning that, concerning the pandemic. That is something that is still major in our lives right now. We want to move beyond that. Okay. We also have the King of Wands showing up here. Now, this King of Wands, he's really a powerful leader in the sense that, and it's really a good thing that it showed up with this Temperance card also, because he's all about, and the Smoke and Mirrors card, I'm jumping around here, guys, forgive me. He's all about what he sees. It's like, I see when you come to this King of Wands. It's not like he's not like being, the wool isn't pulled over his eyes, but he's also that action king that's going to make things happen. He doesn't play around, and when it comes to things, he's a leader of a type that will make sure that businesses move in the direction that they should. He's all about creativity. He's about creating things and making things happen. Okay, so he sees what the problem is, and he's ready to spring into action to make sure that things are happening, to make things to make sure that we see things as they are. There's no pulling the wool over the eyes here. Okay, and the next card, the last card we have up is that Four of Cups. Cups, of course, are all about emotions and that kind of things. And people have been disappointed, but we are learning, especially with that gratitude that came up in that second week, we should be thankful and grateful for what we have. So these smoke and mirrors, the perceptions that have been presented to us, and now we are, I think we are having the ability with that King of Swords showing up there to realize that we're not trapped, that we can move around, that we can do what we need to do, and we need to grab on to this last cup here that's standing up here and move forward. There is a bright light shining on that cup, which tells me that Spirit is presenting this cup to all of us. It's a blessing that we are able to move forward in that week 4 when it comes to what we've been going through here in the U.S. as far as the pandemic and you know, the illness and that kind of thing. We will see, we will no longer be looking through smoke and mirrors as things, as we will be healing, which is another concept of this Temperance card here, is to bring forth healing. Okay, so let's see, let's clarify some things here. Okay, let's clarify that Temperance card, Spirit. What more can you tell us about that Temperance card there? We have the Three of Cups. Three of Cups, there is 3 people there. We just talked about that 1 cup there that's setting along there that we need to take and believe that it is a blessing for us, because we will be celebrating. Things our Spirit is bringing down, filling that cup for us with tears of celebration coming down from the heavens. So that's what we're getting there, and that's what that Temperance card is telling us. That, oops, I just moved everything, guys. Second, let me put things back in order. So the Temperance card is telling us that we are on our way to some celebrations going on during that 3rd week, because we are moving forward. We are moving beyond the smoke and mirrors. We are moving toward healings and being accountable for our biases and that kind of thing. And there was a lot of different kinds of biases going on when it came to the mandates and that kind of thing. Okay, now as we're clarifying this Eight of Swords here, like I said, that's about being mentally feeling trapped and that kind of thing. It's kind of in our minds, you know, when you, I think too, when we've sat around for so long, for 2 years, and not being able to do our normal activities and that kind of thing, you know, we kind of take things, take a mental stance on things, because what else is left? You know, we're thinking about what we can do, what we should do, but we're feeling like we can't do those things. So as I clarify that, I have the Chariot coming up. The Chariot. We're going to be moving forward, guys. We're moving forward from this situation here. And we're no longer going to feel entrapped. We are going to make big strides as far as what's been happening. Of course, there will still be illness. I feel that, but it won't be nearly as bad as it was. And people will feel better. That 8 of Swords, we felt like we were entrapped. Now we're going to be able to move around and we will feel better. Now I want to talk about the King of Wands. Let's verify that King of Wands. Like I said, he is the king that he has all this energy. He does all of this creating. He's a king that that's over that kind of thing, and he wants to make sure that we can continue doing that. He's about the action of getting things done, creating things, moving forward. There's no stagnation there when it comes to this king. So in this 3rd week, it looks like we are definitely going to be see a lot of movement. So let's clarify that king. Okay, we have the Prince of Swords here showing up. The Prince of Swords. Now, that swords, that Prince of Swords, he is about moving forward mentally, but sometimes he moves forward without thinking about where he's going. He just charges forward. So we had that sword of that air, and we have that fire with the wands. So that's telling me that there is going to be maybe something big in a sense that's going to happen, although he is a very immature, but with that fire and that air mixing, it's like that creativity is just going to maybe combust in some kind of way with that air, that sword of air moving in there quickly. Let's just do another card and see what else we can find out about that. We have the King of Torches. The King of Torches. Again, we're getting that king again. The king of torches in this particular deck is the same as the king of wands. So, I'm going to clarify one more time, because it looks like that fire, that action fire card is the one that's going to be on top and make the decisions. As far as that, it kind of wipes out the that Knight of Swords there. It's not as important. Okay, and we have the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups. Okay, so this is telling me we are definitely ready. We are strong enough. We are brave enough to accept the challenge and move on. Just what these kings are saying here. Accepting the challenge, move on. It's like we're walking away from what's happened in the past, as far as feeling like we're entrapped, we're tied down, we can't move. This whole week, to me, looks like this is a time that we're going to recognize that we're okay. That we're okay. We can do the things that we want to do. We can not get back to the way things were, but we can find a happier, more joyous place. Of course, the last card we have here is that Four of Cups, in which Spirit is handing us. Accept this Four of Cups. This is yes, you've had a lot of grief in the past. There has been some disappointment. But here, I'm handing you another cup. Accept this this fourth cup here, and we'll see what happens. Okay, and so we have the King of Cups showing up here. With the King of Cups, the Four of Cups. This King of Cups, this particular King of Cups, he's laid back. He's just enjoying life. He's a very caring king. Cups are all about the water, about emotions, about relationships. So I have a feeling that this is telling me that we will be able to come back to those relationships that we had if we want. We can go back to trying to rebuild our relationships. We can go back to showing our emotions and that kind of thing, caring about people and that kind of thing. It's kind of like now with the way the pandemic was going, we had to kind of be to ourselves. We couldn't show any hugs were out of the picture. But now it looks like things are going to come together. As you can see, he's on the fish there, and there are lots of fish around him and that kind of thing. He's very emotional, but the thing about it is there's no sign of we can't come together, we can't be together. And I'm looking at the fish in the water as I say this, and they seem to be excited about what's to be. I'm going to do one more card, clarify that third week of May. Okay, so the devil is showing up here. The devil is showing up here in the third week, which is telling me that we're ready to let go of those restrictions. The devil is all about restrictions and temptations, and we're being, tempted to do things that we maybe shouldn't, and that kind of thing. So we're ready to let those restrictions go. We're ready to say, okay, we're done with this. We're moving on. We no longer feel like we want to be entrapped and restricted as we felt like we were in the past. So that's what that devil is telling me there, that we are ready. We are ready. We have done enough. We have been through enough. We are accepting that cup that Spirit has for us. Okay, and the burden, we're releasing the burden. There we go. The Ten of Wands, called the Ten of Torches here, but this is an ending. This is an ending to the burden. And as you can see, he's carrying those those wands pretty well there. Doesn't seem to be having a problem with the way that he's carrying them. So I'm saying that I'm seeing that we are at the beginning of a new start in this third week of May, as far as what we have been through in the last couple of years. Things are going to take a turn during that third week. Now, for the fourth week of May, we have opening to discovery. Wow, wonderful, wonderful. Let's see what that means here. 34, which is a 7 number. It says opening to discovery, and I'll show you guys the card again. It says the small bits of data you collect from the world to form ideas. The transfer of what information via the universe is always speaking to you. So I'll say that again. The key concepts are the small bits of data you collect from the world to form ideas. To transfer to vital information via the universe always speaking to you. You need to integrate information and discerning about what you expose yourself to. Okay, here we go again. I think we're kind of switching this third week. We're kind of switching concepts again. So we're talking about new discoveries and that kind of thing, and using what the universe gives you to move forward. So this first card we have here is Judgment. Judgment. Okay, so it's like we're going to move past what we've known, and we're going to accept the new discoveries, and we're going to listen. We're going to listen to the universe as it speaks to us. And when I look at this Judgment card, I always think of we're getting another chance to do things maybe a different way, to see things in a different way. And I think that's what this opening to discovery is all about. So that first card is the Judgment card, which is telling us to leave things behind that happened in the past. It's time to move forward from what's been going on in the past. And let's just clarify. Let's see if we can get some more information, Spirit, more information on that Judgment card. What is it that we need to know concerning that Judgment card, Spirit? And we have the Moon. We have the Moon. Of course, there's some things that we don't know about. There's some things that have been hidden from us. There has been some deception even that's going on with that Moon card showing up. As you can see, the tears are falling from the Moon there. There's some things that we may find out about. And I just want to go back to that opening to discovery, where it says the small bits of data you collect from the world to form ideas, the transfer of vital information via the universe is always speaking to you. The need to integrate information and be discerning when you expose yourself to, discerning about what you expose yourself to. Okay, so when I'm looking at this and clarifying this Judgment card here, we get the Moon card. I'm feeling that there are some things that maybe we thought were correct, but maybe we're finding out that are not, and we had opened ourselves up to believing a certain thing. But now it's time to move on from that, from the deception that we felt, and learn some new things. The universe is speaking. The universe is speaking and saying, let me in. I have some new things. So we have to be discerning about where we get information from, because a lot of times we're getting information that is not true. And we haven't been discerning enough to let the truth in. Okay, and I think a way of doing that is just to go within yourself and meditate and ask Spirit. So I want to clarify this again, this Judgment card, and see what we get. And we get the Emperor. Here we have the Emperor. Now, the feeling I get from this Emperor is that whoever was in charge at a certain point was being deceptive, and maybe we were not as discerning about the information that we were getting from this particular Emperor. It was kind of like, I see it even as news media. Are we discerning in what we hear from the news? I mean, they're reporting what they have to report. These are all people that are, working for others. But there is that Emperor that is making sure that they get the news that they want to be put out. So the information and the data that we're getting, I think, was a little deceptive concerning this Emperor. Now, and we're judging that. We're definitely judging that, but we need to move on from that. So that's what I'm getting from that. As I clarify that Judgment card there, and we're talking about deception and opening to new discovery, because there's going to be some new discovery, that we're going to find out about that we didn't know about before. So it looks like in May we have a lot of things that are coming about. Okay, so now we have the Queen of Cups. She's the emotional queen. She's the caring queen. She takes care of people. She's all about the emotions and the relationships, and she wants to keep relationships together and that kind of thing. So let's see. Let's clarify her for that last week in May. Let's see what we're looking at there with that Queen of Cups for that last week of May, Spirit. Clarify that Queen of Cups last week of May. What can you tell me? What can you tell us, Spirit, about that Queen of Cups? Wheel of Fortune showing up here. Wow. So Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so she is, Wheel of Fortune can be about time and that kind of thing. So I'm seeing this as things changing. It's just a matter of time now that we can see things changing for the better. We have this caring queen here, and she's going to make sure that things are going to change for the better. This can also be about using your intuition and that kind of thing. But I'm seeing it as time. This is the time that we are going to see things coming back together for the better good of all. So let's see what else. Yeah, we have the Empress here. Empress. Now, she, of course, is about manifesting. She's about abundance. She's about creativity, feelings, all of that. All of that is rolled up into that Empress. So I'm seeing that things are going to be good here. That Queen of Cups is showing us that we're going to have a change for the better, and we're going to be more abundant. We can look forward to abundance. Okay, now we have, next up we have the Seven of Wands. That Seven of Wands is about, wow, now that one is about standing, standing your ground in a sense. Sevens are all about potential and ambitions. And here we have the Seven of Wands again. And someone is definitely standing their ground and making sure that things go the way that they want them to go. So when we look at that Seven of Wands as compared to that first card, that first oracle card that we have, being open to discovery, as these things come about, people are going to be using their own intuition, and they're going to take a stance on what they believe. because we don't want to go back to the deceptive beliefs of what we have been fed in the past. So people are going to stand their ground as they learn, as news comes out, as they discover new things. Okay, so clarifying that, we have the temperance, which is we're being patient. Yes, we're going to stand our ground. We're going to be patient. We're not going to go back to just accepting things for the way they were. And that even goes back to that smoke and mirrors oracle in that third week of May. So this Temperance card is telling me there's going to be some healing. We know that we have to do some healing, and we have to take our time, and we have to be patient about it. There's going to have to be some healing going on there. Okay, and I'm going to just do one more card to clarify that temperance. Yeah, the Five of Swords comes up here. People are no longer willing to go back and forth with this, to listen to the chaos, It's time for us to go within and figure out what it is that we need to do to heal ourselves. Now, as you can see, there's two people standing here with these Five of Swords here. There is two people. One has two swords, one has three swords, which is telling me that, okay, so you decided that you got it. This is how you think. Okay, that's fine. You know, we're going to leave it at that, and this is how I think. Okay, so we're not going to continue to fight over something that does not benefit us, something that's not going to help our fortune in the long run, something that is not going to give us clarity and that kind of thing. Now, guys, this is so wonderful, because the last card that came up is the Sun. No need to clarify the Sun. So, the month of May, we're going to do a lot of growing. There's going to be a lot of growth, a lot of success. There's going to be good health. In the end, we're going to be successful. The bright light of the sun is going to shine and give us all this energy to come back to where we need to be. So Spirit is definitely shining down on us. We are going to recover from all the things that we have happened the last 2 or so years, and I would say even the last 4 years. You know, not even. I'll say the last 4 or 5 years, as far as that goes with everything that's happened. It's like we're reaching a turning point. We're reaching a turning point this month of May, and when we look at the month of May, it is the 5th month, and 5s are all about change. And so that's what I'm expecting. I'm expecting to see a lot of change going on for the month of May, but change for the better. There's a lot of help going out for people, and we are getting past these mandates and things. We're getting past the pandemic. You know, this is for entertainment purposes only, but I feel like we are also going to be able to let go of that thing. And we are also going to understand that in some cases we were fed information that was not always true, and now in this last week we are going to discover some things that is going to bring that out. There's going to be a light shone on these things, and we are going to understand that we need to step into our own intuition and decide what is true for us and what is not. and not being so dependent upon others to bring us that truth. Okay, guys, I hope you guys enjoy that reading, and we will see you next time. Have a good evening. Bye now.